Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. We wanted to take some time to give you an update on what's been happening with Goshen Farm and Gardens, and we wanted to let you know about what's going to be happening in the future with us. So the first thing we wanted to update you guys on is, as many of you know that have been following along with our journey, we've had a contract on a piece of property about 200 acres out in Bate City, Missouri. And this past September, the Lord made it very clear to us to let that contract go.
So leading up to the renewal of the contract, we just began to pray the weeks leading up to it. And we both felt strongly that the Lord was saying the last contract renewal was about a testing of your hearts. Do you believe me for Goshen Farm to be born? Do you believe me to set you on this land? And that was in January when we made that renewal. And it was a really hard decision, but ultimately we did believe and we went forward with it. And so this past renewal, the Lord said, okay, that was a testing of your hearts. Now I actually want you to let the contract go. And as we both felt in separate places of prayer, that was what the Lord was saying.
So letting the contract go was a real tough thing for me. Some things that I was wrestling through in my heart was, we failed if we let the contract go. And the Lord, after a week or so of feeling that way, He really encouraged my heart, and He said, no, this is my hand. I want you to let it go. And he said, he made a couple words clear. He said, Goshen Farms is to come, but Goshen Gardens starts now.
So where we're at now, our hearts are really at a place of rest and peace, and we fully believe the Lord without a shadow of a doubt that He is going to set us on land. And so we're just following Him step by step in this journey. And right now He's spoken real clearly. Goshen Gardens is now. Goshen Farms is to come. Follow me. And interesting enough, just a few weeks ago, we were sitting at church, and Adam felt like he was supposed to check out the property. And he got online, and the property is back on the market, and the price has been reduced $600,000. Where we were in contract for $1.5 million, it's now back on the market for $900,000.
So the next announcement we wanted to share with you guys, a big announcement, is I left my full-time job of about, 4.5 years this past July. I worked with a group of awesome individuals and people who love the Lord, and had been really blessed at that job.
It's a great job.
And so, it was a bittersweet transition, but I knew the Lord had been stirring in my heart before that, just awakening my desire to pursue Goshen in a more full-time capacity. And so the timing was never right, but this past July we felt from the Lord, this is the time for me to exit out and to start pursuing Goshen full-time. So for those of you who don't know, Goshen Gardens is the industry and sustainability side of the ministry. And its goal is to provide finances and income to pay the employees of Goshen Farms and to provide support for the ministry. And that is going to be done through the production of farm foods and its sale. So for the past 5 years, we've been on about 5 acres out here in Kansas City, Missouri, on a little homestead. So little by little, each year, we've been stepping up our game. We have a garden. We have, one year we decided to get some honeybees. So we have some honeybees. And right now we have about 15 chickens. So this spring, we're ramping everything up, and we are going to establish some of the things we're going to be doing with Goshen Gardens in a larger capacity. We're going to be doing them here on the homestead. So just a couple weeks ago, I had a meeting with some people at the USDA, and they offer a program where they will actually give you grant money to buy a greenhouse to grow crop in, and they specialize in giving these grants to small farmers. So like I said, a couple weeks ago, I went out and I met with these individuals, and they pretty much assured me that we're going to get the grant money. So that's exciting. So this January, we'll be kind of setting up and figuring out where we want to put that greenhouse. So the whole purpose in getting the greenhouse is to start what's called as a CSA. For those of you who don't know, a CSA is customer supported agriculture. And basically how it works is, the farmer produces crop, whether it be lettuce or beets or radishes or whatever it is, and the customers give that farmer money ahead of time to guarantee their spot on the list, so to speak, to get that produce later on in the season. And so that farmer is able to plan for the season a little bit better because they have the money up front. And so that's something that we're going to be trying to implement on the property this spring. So we've been doing a lot of research on what it looks like to grow crops, grow meat, those type of things on our property. And yeah, you got to grow meat. Yeah, grow meat. They grow. And so we found this method of gardening called market gardening, and really it was pioneered by a guy named Elliot Coleman back in probably the 80s, something like that. And then really modernized by a guy named John Martin Fortier up in Canada. And so I've been doing a whole lot of research on how to make a lot of money off not a lot of acreage. And so this spring we're going to be starting that market garden. And
how much money did he make off a quarter acre in his first
year?
He
made $100,000 off of a quarter acre.
In his first year, correct?
No, that was probably his third year or something like that. There's another guy, his name is Curtis Stone. You can check him out on YouTube. And he has been doing this for about 7 years, and he makes the same amount of money, about $100,000 off of a quarter of an acre. And so the models are out there, the examples are out there, and we want to pursue this as something as a revenue stream for Goshen. So this spring we're going to be ramping everything up, and we'll have the greenhouse. We're going to have all of the kind of the raised bed market garden, and then we're going to be launching out in some other areas. One area the Lord has really made clear to us is to get pigs.
Yeah. What are their names?
Pigs. Their names are Cleanie-Cleanie pigs. Check them out. Kuneekune.
One word.
Yeah, one word. They are supposedly they are docile. They graze off of grass, and they don't rut. For any of y'all that know anything about pigs, the worst thing for your yard is a rutting pig, because they basically till it up like a tiller. And so these don't do that. So we're going to be checking into those.
And how did you discover Cleanie-Cleanie pigs?
Cleanie-Cleanie pigs I discovered because how long ago?
Right at the beginning of Goshen.
Yeah, 2.5, 3 years ago.
2 years ago.
2 years ago. I had a dream where I saw these pigs, and they were spotted, really hairy spotted pigs, and I hadn't ever seen a spotted pig before. But in their spots, I saw the words Goshen Gardens on the side. And, I kind of stashed that dream as, wow, that was kind of strange. But now coming full circle, seeing these pigs, I actually saw a picture of them online, and they look exactly like the pigs in my dream. Spotted, they look a little bit like Ewoks, if any of y'all know what an Ewok is.
And not just you, but several people on our team, they're feeling the same thing. Like they really feel like the Lord is highlighting pigs. That is something we're supposed to do this spring.
Yeah. So we're going to be launching out in those different areas. I actually had a meeting with the local city officials here in Kansas City on rezoning, and we're really looking into all sorts of different things on how we can make the most out of the little 5 acres we have out here in Kansas City. And so we're super excited about this, where the Lord's going to take it.
And one thing that you're not mentioning is the chickens as well. Is another thing the Lord highlighted to us was increasing our chickens. Currently we have 15 hens, 1 rooster. His name is Bruce the Brave.
Bruce the Brave.
And we just had 2 baby chickens hatch on Michaela's birthday, just 3 weeks ago?
Yep. Yeah, they're 3.5 weeks old.
But we plan to dramatically increase the number of chickens that we have. It's been a lot of fun. They're quite funny birds, and so we don't know by how much, but we will be dramatically increasing the number of chickens.
Yeah.
Not just for eggs, but also for meat production.
And my dad actually is the crazy chicken man, not the crazy chicken lady, but the crazy chicken man on the property. And he loves those chickens, and he takes really good care of them. actually the Lord's really put it in my dad's heart to pioneer and start a lot of the stuff that we're doing here on the property. And so it hasn't just been me researching by myself. It's actually been me and Pops is what we call them. And, it's been fun. If you want to stay connected with us establishing Goshen Gardens on the property at our homestead, we're going to be doing a series of videos on kind of more of a vlog format on getting the greenhouse, setting everything up, chickens, establishing the market garden, getting pigs, taking care of chickens, all of that. We're going to be documenting our journey, and we're going to be posting it right here on this YouTube channel. So if you want to stay connected with that, subscribe to get our updates. And
if you want to get the notifications when a new video has been posted, make sure you click the notification bell.
Yep. So to be able to do all this, I need time to be able to do it. I've been really blessed with my ability to be able to do web development. But I've told this to my wife many, many times. Sitting behind a computer screen, I always felt like the Lord had created me for something else. Yes, that's an awesome thing and a blessing for us as our family to provide income. But I knew that I was made for something else. And, once Goshen came along and the Lord birthed this vision, I knew this is what it was.
There were times that you would come home from work or downstairs from work, and I'd be like, how was your day? And you're like, I'm dying.
Yeah.
Like, I can't.
I would always tell her, my heart is dying behind a computer screen.
You've always been very grateful for what the Lord has done. And even these last 4 months, from the first day that Adam left the marketplace to freelance and to trust the Lord for our finances as he began to build Goshen. From day one, his phone began to ring, his email box began to fill, and you were grateful. But at the same time, like I saw and you can explain it more, like your heart wasn't content.
Yeah.
Like it was never meant to be your resting place and where you stayed.
Yeah. I mean, my heart wasn't content in the marketplace. I transitioned out. I have work still and freelance, and my heart's just not content. And so that's where we're at. We've laid this thing before the Lord that
this transition out of the marketplace was ultimately a transition into full-time ministry.
Yeah, that was the end goal, was leave the marketplace, full-time ministry. But we've been in this kind of middle season for a little while of doing freelance work and doing a little bit of ministry work. And so
your time's been really limited, though. I mean, you're still working 40, 50 hours a week and trying to build a ministry at the same time.
Exactly. Yeah.
So where we're at now, we're really stirred in our hearts and our faith, and we believe the next step in the journey of following the Lord to build Goshen Farm and Gardens is for Adam to be released fully with all of his time to build this ministry.
Yeah.
And what that practically looks like is we're looking for people who believe in us as a couple, as a family. They believe in the ministry of Goshen Farm and Gardens. They believe even in the industry they believe in the vision of industry funding ministry. And so what we are looking for is for financial partners that...
Yeah, so we're looking for financial partners that will commit to basically pay my salary for the year of 2018. We believe in 2018 the Lord is going to establish a revenue stream for Goshen Farm and Gardens. And by the end of 2018, I'll be able to be fully supported off of that revenue stream from Goshen Gardens. So we're excited about where this is going. We're excited about what the Lord's doing with Goshen Gardens. And if you want to partner with us in committing to supporting us for the year of 2018, all you got to do is contact us. You can contact us at adam@goshenfarmandgardens.org, or you can just go to our website, fill out the contact form, or you can contact my wife at leslieharefield@gmail.com.
Thought you were going to give me my phone number. If you have my number, you can call me.
So a little personal update on the Harefield family. We are expecting a baby boy due on the 14th of December. So we're super excited about that. We get to meet our little man.
Face to face in just a few weeks.
And for those of you who have been staying connected with our journey over the years, you know that we have been in the process of adopting. And so we just had our first home study.
No, our final home study visit.
Final home study visit this past Friday.
Yes.
And we're
coming up on closure of finalizing our home study.
Yep. So we're super excited about that.
Yeah. So keep praying for us. So
something the Lord spoke to me a year ago was the phrase from A Field of Dreams. Mm-hmm. If you build it, they will come. He gave that to me at the end of a dream. And I really believe that this season in establishing Goshen Gardens is us launching out in that capacity. We are really doing this journey by faith. And, we don't know what the big picture looks like. We're just doing our part and saying yes to the Lord and taking each step into the next season. And so we're committed to this thing. We're not going to turn back. We're not going to forget about it.
No giving up.
This to us is a lifelong journey. Goshen Farm and Gardens to us is our ability to leave a stamp on this next generation.
So if you made it this far, thanks for watching. Thank you all for continuing to track with us. Thank you for praying for us, all the phone calls and the emails and the messages encouraging us. We really appreciate you guys. Yeah. So happy Thanksgiving from the Harefields and from the Goshen Farm and Gardens team.
We love you guys.